Okay, so The Wedding Guest, which is the new film written and directed by Michael Winterbottom. See how we're doing this now? See how we're doing this?
How are we doing this?
You know, we're crediting writing. Although I have to say, in both cases so far, it has been written by the director, so written and directed by Michael Winterbottom. Stars Dev Patel, who we first meet travelling during the course of the movie. He travels across India and Pakistan, but we don't know what his mission is. We see him, and he's clearly on a mission to do something, and there's a hint that maybe what he's doing is suspicious or strange or threatening. He's packing his bags, he's packing things in a way that he's hiding. He's got more passports than he should have. You know, what is he up to? And there's an awful lot of the beginning of the film in which you don't know much about what he's doing, and it's not much is said. He has interactions with people as he goes through sort of customs and borders and things, but he doesn't say very much at all. Anyway, he travels to a remote locale where there is going to be a wedding party. This is before the wedding, and he scopes out the location and he eyes up the guards and he meets some people and he says that he's the cousin or the friend of somebody else, but it all seems slightly wrong. And then he waits outside until the guard has gone to sleep, until it's that time that they always do raids in places like 4:30, 5 o'clock, whenever. He puts on a balaclava and he goes into the house and he kidnaps the bride. And he kidnaps the bride and puts her in the back of the car and then goes off with her. And very early on, he stops the car and he says, okay, you have a choice. I've come here to rescue you from this situation. If you want to go back, that's fine. But I'm here on behalf of somebody else who has sent me to come and get you. If you want me to leave you, you can go. Or do you want to come and go to him? And she says, I don't want to be married. So, okay, fine. And yet the situation of exactly what is happening and what her relationship with the person who was sent Deborah Tosco to go and do this remains unclear.
Do you want some?
No. How long have you known him?
Since college. 4 years.
Do you trust him?
Yeah.
This is the number I have for him. Do you know any others?
That's his UK mobile. He has an Indian mobile. It must be my phone, but I left it in Yanganabad.
So you heard from that score, actually, it's a really, really evocative score, that there's this sort of, again, there's this sense of something going on in the background that you haven't sort of fully understood. That's Riddhi Kapte, who's playing Samira. And what then happens is that the film, which is a very small release, I think you'll really have to search it out. I'm not sure how many cinemas it's playing at, but it is clearly a very small release. Is that there is then a sort of, where is this going to go? Where is this going to go from here? Firstly, the guy that they're meant to be meeting hasn't turned up. And then when he does turn up, he's not quite as enthusiastic as perhaps he should have been. And there is a sense that not everybody is exactly telling the truth about who they are. Nobody really knows each other. And it starts to turn into a thriller. And it's a thriller from the outset, but it starts to turn into one of those twisty thrillers in which everybody's motivations and characters seem sort of slightly unknown. And one thing leads to another, and events start to escalate and they start to barrel. And actually, I found myself being really gripped, doing that thing that a good thriller is meant to do, which is you think, I don't know where this is going. I don't know where, are they becoming friends, or are they double crossing each other, or is he becoming what? And I thought it was really well done, because that sense when you're watching a drama with three central characters and you can't, you've sort of followed the drama through the eyes of one character, and each character is sort of saying you can't trust the other one. And you're just not quite sure where it's going to go. But it's also rooted in a feeling of, what Michael Winterbottom's films are like. They have a feeling of reality to them. He's very good at evoking something that's absolutely, rooted in the real world, in a situation that you can absolutely believe in. I mean, all the stuff at the beginning with the planning of the kidnapping is all done, very, very meticulously. And I did find myself thinking, I'm really enjoying this. I like the fact that it's wrong-footing me. I think the performances are really good. Dev Patel is doing a very good job of that thing about not, don't tell, that he doesn't say very much, but everything is to do with the way he looks, the way, the stuff that he telegraphs through the way his character stands and the things that he doesn't say. Anyway, it's called The Wedding Guest. I think you will have it's something you will have to seek out. It's not a huge wide release, but it's Michael Winterbottom, who I think is always worth checking out. I mean, I think Michael Winterbottom's films, some Michael Winterbottom's made movies that have been for television in the past, and some of his movies are big productions and some of them not so much. The music is by Harry Escott, and I really like the that score, as I think you heard a little bit of there in that clip. If you can find it, it's well worth checking out.